Was geht ab, was geht ab? Wir haben eine Live-Verfolgungsjagd, wir gehen direkt rein.
To that driver inside that pickup truck. At some points, you just got to kind of think to yourself, what if that's a loved one of yours just driving along and you've got this guy in this large, full-size truck just barreling down the street on the wrong side of the road, making his way northbound, and we're still in the district area, so we're kind of staying away out of the sheriff's department area. Now we're working our way. Looks like we're making another turn. Well, we did make another turn. It doesn't look like it. But we're heading back into the downtown area, or that general direction. Again, the traffic is just going to get worse and worse if he stays in this area, because this is the districts out here, very, very busy, smaller roads, older construction, and again, a lot of pedestrians out there. That's going to be the 10 freeway, and it popped out the other side. Mateo is the street, anybody can read that, but Mateo is the street that we're on right now, and this is another one. A lot of industrial work out here. You've got those big rigs, you've got folks driving, a lot of people parking for work, and it makes the streets just so tight. And every time he gets close to somebody like he just did right there, believe me, I cringe inside the helicopter. Again, this pursuit continuing on, and LAPD, you might be watching right now and saying, well, where are they? They are close by, another solid red, and this wouldn't be the first time we see him on the sidewalk. He drove probably a good half a block or more on the sidewalk earlier on when the traffic got too tight, making his way again, and wondering to yourself, what is that driver thinking? Because I cannot tell you what he's thinking at all. Again, nobody behind him at all as far as law enforcement. That helicopter definitely above, going to keep an eye on it. Skyfox, we're going to do the best we can as well. If he gets into those buildings, I'm a little panicked myself, but right now we're staying in the district.
Ja, Mann, ich weiß nicht, was der gemacht hat, aber ich würde gerne wissen. Okay, wo ist er jetzt? Okay, der fährt da lang. Aber wo ist die Polizei, Digga? Da ist immer noch kein Polizeiauto. Was hat der hinten dran? Ist das ein Motorrad oder ist das so ein Rasenmäher?
You shouldn't poke too much fun at it, because this type of driving is one of the ones that where we see those tragic endings, where we see somebody get hurt. And again, continuing on, another pedestrian, we've seen so many of those.
Ja, das ist ein Motorrad, das ist ein Motocross, glaube ich. Der hat das bestimmt geklaut oder so. Okay, zweiter Heli sogar. 2 Helis, Alter, Chat. Okay, der fährt durch enge Gassen jetzt.
Oh shit,
Alter.
Knocking over some stuff. That's the first time I've actually seen something where they've actually got so close. People running out of the way. So maybe this guy's getting a little tired.
Ja, das habe ich durch Mehrtage und Maushabe gefunden.
You know, you get that adrenaline rush, and that
Junge, der nimmt ja richtig alles auseinander. Der rammt so, guck mal, ach du Scheiße.
Constantly out here. Another person, another pedestrian with a child.
Bruder, das ist ja geisteskrank, Alter. Dann
it seems like every time he goes through an intersection, there are pedestrians there.
Wo ist die Polizei, Digga? Das ist kein einziges Polizeiauto, Alter. Der nimmt alles mit, was kommt, Digga.
Again, staying in these very, very tight roads. We haven't seen this guy slow down, so you can't say, well, maybe he's looking for a place to jump out, because we haven't seen that. Haven't seen anything like even vaguely like slowing down, like checking out a neighborhood. Why turn? Don't know what that was all about. There you go. That's how you bring this to an end. You say the guy's not going to jump out, and he's going to jump out. LAPD's right there. They're driving behind him. You know, this is one of those times where that guy's probably thinking, I should have stayed in the truck. Running into a business right there. Just stop right here. Stay a little wide to see if he pops out the other side.
Der ist jetzt in der Halle, Bruder. Keine Chance, der ist weg.
That officer right there probably getting instructions right now. Stay where he's at, just in case he pops out the other side.
Ja, Rückwärtsgang reinballern müssen und reinfahren. Die ist vorbei, Bruder, der kommt da nicht mehr weg. Wir haben den. Stell dir mal vor, du bist so am Arbeiten, auf einmal Polizei, Heli, Mili, alles ist da, Digga.
Officers making their way inside. Don't know how that's situated in there. I don't know if that's going to be warehouse and offices, but you can see right there one of the officers holding that corner. So this might become a standoff. Hopefully they take that suspect into custody. I'm going to listen on the scanner. I'll be back with you guys in just a moment.
100%, die haben den festgenommen jetzt. Safe. Also es war ein Fehler, dass er in die Halle reingelaufen ist. Der hätte einfach die Straße weiterlaufen müssen und dann irgendwie ein anderes Auto klauen oder so.
Nice flying, Mike.
Ist vorbei, der kommt da nicht mehr raus. Der kommt da nicht mehr. Wenn er schlau ist, man weiß nicht, schwer, ne? Heli ist hier, da ist jetzt vor der Tür, hier ist Polizei. Ist vorbei. Guck mal, wie viele Polizeiautos
Too
lang.
far. I'm listening to the scanner. He's telling him too. You guys are going too far. You're going too far. Check. This is the door you need to be worried about. This is the door.
Junge, geisteskrank, Alter.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on the door. Either that or there's somebody's taking him into custody because there's a lot of officers running. Let's keep
Guck mal,
around.
alter Schwede, wie viele Autos und wie viele Beamte, Digga. Auf jeden Fall 2 Helis und bestimmt 10 Autos, Alter. Guck mal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 schon mal.
Officer needs help call.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, shots fired. So this is not the ending that we were wanting at all. We're hearing now an officer needs help. Shots fired call inside that building. So I would assume
Digga,
that,
da ist der Action sein Vater, lang.
Again, I'm going to stay away from any assumptions because we just report facts. Right now, all we know is shots were fired, and we haven't heard anything about that suspect. But it was for me that something is going on down there. Again, this is all a pursuit termination in the downtown Los Angeles area, right near Pico and Paloma. And again, that suspect ran inside this building. They did talk about this suspect possibly having a gun earlier on in the pursuit, but they could not confirm that. So now we're hearing shots were fired. Cabial, we are hearing that shots were fired, and you can see a number of those officers running inside that building. Again, this was that suspect from that pursuit ran inside that building. Then we heard an officer needs help call, and then you could see that large response. Not sure about the condition of the suspect or the officer, but right now, number of LAPD officers.
Wer weiß, was gemacht hat? Das ist die Frage. Ich weiß nicht, was gemacht hat. Haben die ihn? Haben die ihn?
Yes.
Okay, ich bin mal gespannt.
Hey, Roxy, sorry about
Wir haben den auf jeden Fall safe gepackt. Wir haben den safe. Geisteskrank, Digga, wie viele Leute und so da sind. Während die arbeiten einfach, stürmt die Polizei, Digga. Das ist echt krass.
Well, if we want to do, Roxy, do we want to start all the way from when this pursuit started, or copy off from what this pursuit actually started in like the mid-cities area, was following a stolen vehicle. That's going to be the one that you see right there.
Das ist nicht mehr
when
normal,
officers
Land.
got behind it, they
Was
waited
da
for their
abgeht,
backup
Alter.
in that air unit, meaning the helicopter to get overhead. That's just procedure. But then when they tried to light him up on the
Aber ich
freeway,
würde gerne wissen, was
that
gemacht
vehicle
hat.
appeared.
Okay.
It looked like it was going to pull over. I thought for sure it was.
Englisch ist
Slowed
nicht so
down,
gut,
kind of
Digga,
got off the
deswegen.
freeway, but then there was that moment of opportunity, and that
Ich
driver
check
took
das
it,
nicht,
really
Land,
putting
warum
the
so
foot
viele
down, getting into
Polizisten da
speeds of
sind,
over
Digga.
100 miles an hour on that 10 freeway. Then it turned into a longer pursuit, many nail-biting moments as this vehicle ran just about every red light, getting very close to a lot of pedestrians, driving on the wrong side of the road and staying on side streets. Then it came to this location that you see here eventually, and this is going to be in the downtown Los Angeles area, in the districts, and then made that wide turn and collided with that vehicle that you see there. That door popped open, that driver ran out and made his way into probably the first open door that they saw, which was this building here. Now officers in pursuit got out of their vehicles and they ran on foot inside to that building. Then we heard that the officer needs help call and shots fired. That's not what you want to hear at the end of a pursuit, definitely, and of course happening inside that building. Now we don't know the condition of that suspect, but we can tell by the demeanor of the officers that there was no officer injured. And right now I saw actually crime tape going up, and that's red crime tape that you see right there. That's usually the center of this of what happened. You'll see the yellow crime tape and the red one. That's going to be the spot where they're basically going to say nobody's allowed in here or out of here.
Wir haben sogar, glaube ich, so wie ich das verstanden habe, auf den auch geschossen. Also wir haben geschossen. Der war wahrscheinlich kurz davor wieder abzuhauen von der anderen Seite und vielleicht hat einer von den Polizisten geschossen. In Amerika ist, ich weiß nicht, ob es erlaubt ist, ich will nichts Falsches sagen, aber ich glaube, man darf dann auf die Beine schießen. Ich weiß es nicht. Aber geisteskrank, klar. Digga. Wie viel Uhr haben wir denn eigentlich? Amerika ist ja noch früh, Alter. Ja, die haben den Safe geholt. Die haben den Safe gepackt. Keine Ahnung, was die machen, Digga. Die chillen jetzt. Die Firma hat bestimmt Essen gegeben gerade.
you know what? I'm sorry. I have to push a button here. So what's going on? What we're just finding out right now is that.
Oder die denken, dass vielleicht der Typ nicht alleine war und vielleicht noch Mittäter dabei sind und die irgendwo hier sind oder so, wisst ihr? Deswegen kann auch sein, dass sie den so, dass sie suchen, dass sie abchecken.
That building. An ambulance has been called. Now we're waiting for that ambulance to arrive. But again, you can see that red tape down there. That's usually a sign where very limited people, officers, are allowed in and out of, as that is like the core center of the crime scene.
SWAT wäre anders geil, aber das ist, glaube ich, zu übertrieben.
Building, but we did get some of that all that information I just passed along from a law enforcement, being the helicopter that is LAPD helicopter that is here with us. So that is pretty solid information. Again, no officers injured, and a suspect is down after shots were fired inside this building. Again, though, they also were talking about a weapon, and apparently that weapon was stolen. That one, I'm not 100% on how they would know that, but again, they're saying it was a weapon involved.
America Cargo Express.
And it's all happening out here in the downtown Los Angeles area. One suspect down with shots fired after a pursuit.
Amerika ist schon anders, Digga. Wallah, das ist schon anders. So. Motocross hat der hinten und ein Fahrrad, Digga. Ist bestimmt geklaut, der Pickup.
There you got a mini bike down there, and then you also have a motorized, what almost would pass as a moped for now, but you've got a mini bike and then a motorized bicycle back there. This is a large four-door Dodge Ram truck. I probably would venture to say 2020-ish. I can't say for sure, but again, this vehicle is a large truck with a very big engine.
Bruder, da scheint einfach die Sonne, Digga.
Very fast pace, and again, very dangerous pursuit. This was not one of those ones where you just kind of looked at it and just was like, oh gosh, oh gosh.
Ja, der ist dagegen gefahren.
70 miles an hour through
der hat, glaube ich, verkackt. Der wollte bestimmt geradeaus fahren und hat dann zu spät gesehen, dass da vielleicht zwei Autos hinten dran sind und dann wollte der nochmal, glaube ich, nach links. Das war aber schon zu spät.
It did collide with that parked vehicle. The driver jumped out, started running. Officers stayed in their vehicles and got very, very close. We watched that suspect live on television run inside this building with suspect
ob die den haben oder nicht, keine Ahnung. Ich habe nicht gesehen, dass er rausgekommen ist.
That there were shots. Officer needs help. Shots fired. And then the number of officers swarming the area. And right now, you can see it right there. We know for a fact no officers injured. But again, we're also still waiting for a possible ambulance to arrive here on scene.
Guck mal, wie viele Autos, Digga. Siehst du, guck mal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Ach du Scheiße, über 20, Digga. So viele Autos, Digga. Streifenwagen. Heftig lang. Geisteskrank. Ja, was ist denn da jetzt, Alter? Was ist denn da jetzt, Digga? Zählt da noch irgendwas?
You're welcome.
Wieder ausgegangen.
Hey, anybody that might be.
Aber wieso machen die das eigentlich live?
It's okay.
Auf YouTube.
Hey, if anybody can hear me, I'm just letting you know the mix minus is way off, and there's also a little bit of delay with Aroxia. So
guck mal, durch Heli, Alter, siehst du einfach, welche Straße das ist und so. Das ist geisteskrank. Keine Chance, Bruder, abzuhauen. Wallah, keine Chance. Aber geisteskrank, Digga, geisteskrank. Die machen bestimmt nur Dings live, wenn auch wirklich was ist. Aber trotzdem, Verfolgungsjagd in Amerika ist anders wild.